Hey, Michael, good morning to you. And one of the most pressing questions here in Pennsylvania this morning is how a gunman was able to come so close, within 400 feet of the former president, an attempted assassination that is now casting a long, dark shadow on this country, the election, and the Republican National Convention. Donald Trump touching down in Milwaukee for the Republican National Convention just one day after surviving an assassination attempt, telling the New York Post, "I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be dead." Authorities say the gunman, Thomas Matthew Crooks, appeared to have acted alone, armed with an AR-15 style semi-automatic rifle and several possible explosive devices found in his car and at home. Gunfire ringing out just 8.5 minutes after Trump took the stage. The first assassination attempt of a president in decades.
If you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Trump grabbing his ear, ducking behind the podium as Secret Service members quickly rushed onto the stage to shield him. And the crowd screams in pandemonium as we duck for cover.
We're okay.
Agents appear to confirm the shooter was dead.
Shooter's down. Are we good to move? We're clear. Let's move.
Trump's microphone picking up those frantic moments with Secret Service as they lift the former president to his feet.
Let me get my shoes on.
Hold on, your head is bloody.
So we got to move to the car.
Blood visible down the right side of Trump's face. As he's hurried away, Trump pumping his fists in the air, shouting, "Fight." His supporters erupting in cheers as he's whisked away. Trump later writing that he was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right ear. The trail of that bullet, circled in red, appeared to be captured by New York Times photographer Doug Mills in this extraordinary image. Trump's life saved, perhaps by this simple turn of his head.
We're all in shock.
I watched mothers shield their children from bullets.
Authorities say the gunman fired as many as 8 rounds from a rifle, perched roughly 400 feet away from Trump on a rooftop just outside the event's security perimeter. As he began firing, a Secret Service sniper positioned just behind the stage, taking aim and firing on the gunman, killing him. Some witnesses trying to warn police moments before the shooting. Mike DeFriscia and his wife Amber were standing nearby.
We noticed the guy shimmying up the roof, and then we realized that he had a gun, and then everybody started screaming to law enforcement.
Shots then ringing out, and then in the stands, urgent calls for a doctor. Authorities say 2 attendees were critically injured, and one man, Corey Comprentor, was killed, seen in this family tribute posted online. James Sweetland, an ER doctor who attended the rally, jumping in to try and save him, performing CPR, but it was too late.
I saw his wife, one of his daughters, look at me. I'll never forget that look.
Comprentor, a 50-year-old father of 2, hailed as a hero by Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro.
Corey was a girl dad. Corey was a firefighter. And most especially, Corey loved his family.
Officials say he dove on his family to shield them from the gunfire. Corey's friends, Rich and Jeff James, remembering a fearless firefighter and a dedicated family man.
I'm numb, and the only thing I can think of right now is his wife and 2 children.
Hours after the shooting, Trump and President Biden speaking by phone. Sources say the call was short, respectful, and good. Biden addressing the nation 3 times in the aftermath, denouncing political violence and promising a thorough and swift investigation and enhanced security for Trump. In only his 3rd Oval Office address ever, the president calling for unity. Trump saying by luck or by God, he survived that attempted assassination. He said that if he did not turn his head just slightly, it would have been a totally different story. We were just about 100 feet away on the press riser from the former president as those gunshots erupted at that campaign rally. And we heard from Governor Josh Shapiro talking about the victim, Corey, a girl dad who loved his community, who loved his family, who shielded his family, protecting them as those shots were fired. Rob and I could not help but think about all the the other families that we saw doing the same, protecting their loved ones as those shots erupted. Those families, of course, made it home that night. Corey died a hero, Robin.
He certainly did. Rachel, thank you so much.